Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? Ame Gakita. Alright, today's topic we kind of want to talk a little bit on the game stuff. In regards that apparently there is one game company called Capcom is talking about game mod, or actually more to be exact, game modification. So in regards that what you guys have to understand that in when it comes to game modification or game mod or mod just for short, a lot of people tend to say that it tend to be a fun one or tend to be a interesting one or go along the line of people creating it to be make it more interesting, make the game fix the game bugs on their own. It's most of the time tend to be not done by the game developer of the company but done by fan themselves. So it's kind of interesting to see that Capcom decided to talk about they call it another problem mods. In regard is that they I know a lot of people is like the way they phrase it is very controversial or maybe a little bit of problematic. We will come up to that in a while, but most of the point like they kind of like want to highlight that although they acknowledge that there are good modification to the game, but it's also kind of towards the point that they want to address modification on their own. So what they actually got, the way they phrase it is very like causing a lot of people to talk bad about them, is that they say that the way people create mod is like they take it is a cheat or kind of affect the game in a negative way, which I can understand why. I mean, like if you guys go and take a look at some past cases, apparently like imagine along the line when there is apparently like if saying along the line like imagine a nude female fighter more suddenly got appeared in front of everyone and people is gonna think that so you guys have a new character in the game. Well, the thing is, right, I can see why a lot of people saying like in the game company itself, like why it is a bad thing, why it can affect their reputation. The thing is that what a lot of people say like, oh, it's just a mod. Who in the right mind would think that this is not a mod? Well, people who don't play the game. So I can see both sides. I mean, like people is like in the gamer or the fans out, they will say like modification is a good thing because they say that it helps to make the game more interesting, more fun, and at the same time, the argument is that people will say that who in the right mind were not able to see that game is a mod is a good thing because it helped to improve the game or make the game more fun. But to the company's side, they if the mod kind of like have a nude and make the game even affecting a moral of or reputation of the company, yeah, you cannot see why, because other kind of fan or people who don't even know about the game will take it that it's the company who creates such a game, and people will be like, yeah, it's gonna be causing a lot of problem and it can affect the company image, their reputation. So it's kind of like you can see both sides of the coin, but on the other hand, it's more towards the point the way the company phrase it seems a little bit iffy. So the thing is, right, there are many points that I kind of like understand, and the thing is, right, the way they said it also, I can also give them the benefit of that when they say the modification that can affect the game in a bad way is that if you kind of like if you kind of use game character mod, like if you want your character to, let's say for example you want the character to look kind of funny or kind of better or kind of like maybe the character you want to be wearing a different type of clothes, yeah, I can see why. Because the thing is, right, you change the code and then you kind of like make so that when you use your favorite character, maybe the character is wearing in a very funny suit or chicken suit or whatever suit, but the thing is, right, it's not officially supported by the game developer themselves, so they can't, like, they don't know what is the code or what is the problem when the mod is being introduced to the game itself. So the thing is, right, because they don't know the code, so when people kind of like have say, oh no, where the game crashed and they go and send a customer service, the game developer like, dude, you changed the mod, you changed the code, we don't know what the hell is that, we can't help you. So the thing is that at the end of the day, you have to blame yourself, because the thing is, right, you did something to the thing, you broke the game, And the game developer, although they can try to help you, but the thing is, right, at the end of the game, you are the one who brought your own thing. The game developer can't help you because they don't have any idea what is the mod that is introduced to the game and what is the bug that caused the game to crash. So at the end of the game, you have to rethink is that if from their own side, yeah, I can see why they say it's considered a bad thing. But the thing is, the way they say mod is also a cheat, which I think a lot of people is like crashing like, dude, modification is just basically adding new skin or whatever. But the thing is, right, what you guys have to understand that modification also mean that they can change the like maybe make your character became invisible, or maybe became unable to die, or maybe your damage gonna like one punch you can kill the opponent or AI or whatever you think it like that. In a sense, that kind of mod will be considered like cheating. So I can see why like why the company take it as a bad thing. So yeah, it's a little bit like we can see both sides. But the thing is, right, on the gamer side, there is also people who are going along the line that yeah, people who do mod cannot be part of the whole like play moderately, or if you want to cheat, you cheat on your own and don't play against other. But the thing is, right, we won't know who can like use notification to cheat. Like let's say for example, if the person make some sort along the line I mentioned again, one punch kill the enemy, yeah, that kind of cheat would be considered a bad thing. So yeah, we can see why some game developer can think it that way, but the way they phrase it is really they may have to rethink about. So the thing is, right, it's more a good thing or not if it helps to make the skin more character of the character to be more funny. Yeah, I can see why. But on the other hand, it's kind of like the way the company phrase it is just cause a lot of people to talk about it, and it's really kind of like interesting the way they say it. But at the same time, it's like even in some company the way they phrase it is just a lot of people going along the line, yeah, but the majority have positive impact which they agree with it, but it can be like detrimental to the company in terms of reputational damage and in terms of workload. So yeah, the workload is more towards the developer themselves who have to read through the code of the bugs, as well as the reputation. Like again, like if the skin of the character doesn't look like didn't reflect well, yeah. So imagine if the character is in all naked, or maybe in, like guys wearing thongs only in tongues, people are gonna have a wrong like other normal people or casual people will be like, what the hell is this game? So yeah, I can see why they go it that way. But a lot of people also raise their concern about should mod be totally considered cheating. Yeah, that is the main question. I don't think mods will be considered cheating if it's just only adding to the skin. But on the other hand, that because mod is also, like I mentioned, is the short form of modification, there are also people who abuse the mod by changing the game to benefit them. Like for example, like in Monster Hunter, there are some people who change the quest to and crash the whole thing. And there was a moment, if anyone asks, there was a moment in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak where people create quests, like they really change the quest to make it that the monster they want only appear and that the monster is easier to kill or along the line. So that kind of mod is in a way I can see why Capcom saying like it's a cheat. If the cheat, if people mod the game to benefit them and not the other people, yeah, maybe it can affect the game in a very negative way, and that in turn increase the workload of the game developer. I mean, the programmer is like, oh, and they have to kind of check into the code or whatever. It's just gonna cause a lot of problems. So yeah, you guys have to understand that yeah, when we look at both sides of the coin, we can see why game developer can say that it's a negative thing. But on the other on the gamer side, yeah, we can say that because like people thought that mod is just basically skin. But the thing is, right, the game developer take it that mod is basically changing the whole game in a negative, maybe some in the positive way, but mostly in the negative way, because to the developer they won't know what the code did or the new mod do to the game. So it kind of like can be a little bit problematic. So the thing is, right, I feel like personally to me, right, if the game developer kind of thinking, oh no, what should we do? Well, the best way is go and hire the one who do such a mod. Like if a game fan can create a mod that help to improve the game or maybe create funny skin for the character, yeah, I think the best way is that you go and hire that guy, because either they are very good in such thing or they can do such a thing to improve your game. I don't see why the game developer should not hire such people. Like the thing is, right, a lot of people say that mod, like I can see in the game of gamer side, is that mod help to improve the game, make it more fun. Is that because they say they take it that either there is bug or something that the game is stale, or and they feel like the game developer at the main company is not doing a good job, and it takes fans or people who do mod to improve the game. And to me, if the game company want the game to be much better, improve on the game, make it better, so that when the game is so good, people won't go to the point of changing the game or add new skin or whatever. And when it comes to skin, I mean, like there are people who are saying like, oh, if you want to buy the skin, you have to pay for it, and people is gonna say like, yeah, that's also another iffy thing. So I mean, like one of the game I seen with the most mod ever in my life would be Dead or Alive, where all the female dress, or maybe some of the guys dress so sexy, or they change the mod of the skin, or maybe introduce like they want their specific character in other fighting game to be appearing in Dead or Alive. They just change the model. Either they import the model and add it to the Dead or Alive, or they redo a new model and just add it to it, or maybe model the skin or the costume and give it to the character of their favorite maybe their favorite character in the game Dead or Alive, and make the character wear it. So it's like modification just make the game much fun, or whatsoever. But at the same time, when it affect the game code and it crash the game, yeah, I can see why the game developer is also making their own noise. So is there like a point where people both sides can agree? Well, if the game developer improve on the game, not in a negative way, but more towards the point like they listen to the fan, like maybe introduce of like maybe crossover of different fighting game, yeah, a lot of people won't be having this kind of oh, we're gonna do mod for this, or do modification to this or whatever. So it's like, yeah, will the game developer listen to it or not? That will depend on how they think about the whole situation. But when they highlight it as another problem mod, yeah, I think a lot of people is also not having a good thing about it, because they take it that mod is also considered cheating. So yeah, I feel like the way they phrase it is not really correct, but also I can see why they phrase it that way. So who knows? I mean, like if you guys feel like the way they phrase it is also very it's like if you think that the way they comment the way they write it is correct or wrong, just write in the comment below, let me know, and so that we can discuss this in more into details, or maybe I will create another video about it. But with that being said, I think that should be more than enough. So don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. Just press the like button. And if you do like to listen to all the random topic where I don't follow a single trend, or maybe I might, just subscribe, and then we'll talk again. So with that being said, have a good day or night. Bye.